Well, up next, Kelly Knapp and Team Saskatchewan can finally get back on the sheet.
Final stone, 10th end. Oh, oh. Go, go, go.
That's a bit air.
He'll drive it through the hole in the 4-foot. Kelly Knapp is going to steal here in the 10th. And he is your 2026 provincial champion here in Saskatchewan.
Yes, Kelly Knapp heading back to the Brier. It feels like that happened months ago because it did. It's been almost 2 months since Knapp and his team from the Highland Curling Club in Regina won the Tankard, but he's at the Brier in St. John's, Newfoundland right now, and that's where Kelly Knapp joins us. Good afternoon and a long overdue congratulations, Kelly.
Thank you very much. It does seem like a lifetime ago hearing that coverage, but here we are. It's a unique year with the Olympics. We had lots to kind of keep us occupied until now, but yeah, it's good to almost be back on the ice.
I wanted to come back to that, but look, I had Jolene Campbell on the show, and she had to go to the Scotties 12 days after provincials. What's it been like for you as a competitor to have to wait almost 2 months?
Yeah, it's a few more weeks than last time when we went to London in 2023, and it's been nice in ways, but we've also been anticipating it, and I think that we were kind of feeling like we wanted it to be a little bit sooner, but like I say, we had lots of time to get things organized for us and for our family and friends. And it's never a bad thing to just have more time to prepare.
Yeah, what have you been doing? Just lots of practicing?
Lots of practicing, yeah, a few games with some good reputable teams in the province that we know well, a few of our friends. So that's been helpful. We've really tried to make it as game like and competitive as we can. So, but yeah, lots and lots of practice time, which I've got a couple of young kids too, and my 3-year-old James, he pretty much came out to every practice, which made it easier. So my wife didn't have to put in too many extra shifts with the kids.
Cool. Kelly, what's that like? 3 years old. That's got to be a fun age for a curling dad.
Yeah, it's a blast. We've got kind of like a cool curling table, which is like a shuffleboard table down in our basement, and we play it every day, and it's as per his request as well. So can just see him growing with us and the sport. So it's pretty cool. And he's actually coming to the Brier. My wife and 2 kids, they arrive tomorrow, and I know the atmosphere is going to be pretty cool for them. So I wouldn't be surprised if we have a little curler or 2 on our hands in the future.
Awesome. What did you do with that $50 gift card to Boston Pizza you won for winning the Tankard?
You know what? It's still sitting at home right now. Maybe when this is all done, the Brier here, I can have the guys over and we can start booking our flights to Utah for the Worlds and have a slice of pizza.
There you go. Great. I love it. What was it like for you guys to win the Tankard again?
Yeah, it was incredible. Like ever since the last time we made the Brier, I've wanted to go back even more. I think you get there the first time, you learn a lot of things. And I was still a pretty early skip at that point too. That was really my only full or my second full season considering COVID. So I knew there was a lot of growth that was still happening too. So this is 3 seasons later. I'm just feeling like a more polished overall skip, and I just know I've got such a great team in front of me too, and I think we're feeling pretty confident going into this week.
Yeah, Kelly, look, just as a curling fan, it is nice to see guys like you and Ryland Kleider and a lot of teams on the women's side. It's no offense to the people who have been curling for 20, 30 years, but how do you feel about, the youthfulness in the sport right now?
Yeah, it's incredible. It feels like I've been in the sport forever. It's been a long time. I took a few years off for school, but I think I've played in about 14 competitive seasons. Played in a lot of tankards, so I kind of feel like a veteran. The Ryland Kleider team, who obviously we played in the 1-2 game and in the final, they are just a tremendous up and coming team. They had our number a few times before we got them in playoffs, but the future of curling in Saskatchewan is in very good hands with them, and we're just going to beat them while we can.
Well, you got a couple of new additions to your starting 4 at this, Brier. What can you tell us about your team?
Yeah, first and foremost, just great friends. That's always a core value for us when we're selecting a team is who fits in. We had Mike Armstrong, Trent Knapp beforehand when we went to the Brier in London in 2023. And, that was just such an incredible team, and we bonded and we got along so well. When Mike and Trent decided to step back this year, Brett and I kind of had to reflect a little bit and see what we want to do. And we knew that we still had that drive there, that feeling of unfinished business. And of course, the first guy we asked was Dustin Kidby, who had been our fifth man for a few seasons. And he was a very quick yes, which was incredible. So then it was just, trying to find someone to fill that fourth spot who would be a good fit with us. And man, Matt Ring has done an incredible job doing that. A great curler, but just such an easygoing and likable guy. And I'm just so thrilled for him to get his first Purple Heart. And we're just super excited that he can be here in St. John's with us.
What is it about Dustin Kidby? He feels like a glue guy, right? Whether he's on the team or he's an alternate.
Yeah, I'd say that he gives you that feeling like you have a winner on the team. Like he knows how to win, and it doesn't come by accident. Like he's just such an asset out there. He's so good with all those fine detail things, and you can tell that he's just a guy that has played at an elite level. And he's just so much fun as well, like off the ice. Such an easy guy to bond and gel with. So he's really just the whole package.
Well, Kelly, your first game is against Team Canada and gold medal winners, Brad Jake. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, nobody was talking about them the past couple of weeks.
Yeah,
were you studying them at the Olympics, knowing that this is going to be your first game?
Oh, for sure. I mean, you watch some of their game plan and what they do, and we even saw that at the trials. They're calling shots with such a high degree of difficulty that they make on a regular basis. Like they really do call a different game compared to a lot of other teams. So that's a unique situation. Obviously a lot of talent on that team, and they're going to be a very difficult team to open up the event against. But we just have to go in with the mentality, just focus on one shot at a time and do what we do, because we know how to make shots. And yeah, we might need a miss or two out of them at the right times, to get the win, but we just have to control what we can. I feel really comfortable that we can have a really strong game against them.
Kelly, I wonder, what is your strategy against teams like Jacobs and Gushue? Is it to take away what they do well, or to implement what you want to do well?
I think it's a little bit of both, but mainly we just have to control what we're doing. They're going to play a more aggressive style, try some very different shots. We need to make some decisions that we can stay in the game. You don't want to give it away too early against a team like that. But we have to know when to get really aggressive based on the scoreboard, because there's going to be certain instances where picking up a deuce is really big, or trying to get a steal is really big. And you have to go really aggressive on those teams in those situations, because if you don't, then it's going to be too easy for them to not let you have that.
Well, I mentioned Brad Gushue. He's playing in his final Brier in his hometown. What's that going to be like to play him?
Yeah, it's to be in Pool A with Brad Jacobs and Brad Gushue. It's going to be incredible. I've kind of heard too that there's a few friends that we have in Pool B, and they're kind of talking like it's going to be two separate Bonspiels, and not that Pool B is going to be not well attended and not energetic. But Pool A, which is ours, it's going to be a whole nother level, and we're going to have to prepare for things that we've never seen before. 95% of the crowd is going to be geared towards Brad Gushue and what his team is doing. So we're going to have to be prepared for the large, roars, gasps, things like that. And we're going to have to do a good job of staying focused and blocking that out.
Do you want to embrace the villain role in that game, or do you just want to soak it in?
Yeah, that game's not for a while yet, so we're going to try and stay in the moment for sure. But when that game does come, I don't know if that's necessarily my personality is to start shushing the crowd or
You're
anything.
You're going to start chirping the Gushue girls?
But we'll take silence as a good omen there. If things are silent in the building that night, then we're doing our job.
Well, Callie, good luck. Really appreciate this. Thank you.
Oh, no worries. Yeah, it's been fun talking. We'll do it again soon.